Alright, this is the tale of two pins, we'll call it. So this is a 1980 XL250 that I've had for, it's got to be 2 years now. And what happened with it was running fine, but you'd go to put it into first gear, which would go into first gear just fine. But as soon as you would start to put any gas on it, or actually if you sat on it and put gas on it, if you lifted the wheel up, it would go just fine in first gear. As soon as you put the wheel down, sat on it, go, it would just grind and not go anywhere. So I stripped it all down the moment that I got the machine, and got it to a point, and then kind of lost interest in it, and then got some renewed interest in it, and was able to get the cases split. There's the top half of the case right there, and this has been ongoing for quite a while because I've been having some issues with what the problem was. First, I couldn't find any issue with, I figured there'd be a strip gear, or one of the teeth would be really badly worn, but that just wasn't the case. And so I looked over and looked it over and looked it over and looked it over, and I finally figured out that the pin that was used to be in here, which is this little guy here, on the front set there is a pin in there which is hollow and has some holes in it, and it gets some oil from this little groove down here in the corner. This one here does not, or was just a solid pin and no hole in it like this one. And what had happened, I'm not sure how it happened, but it sheared off flush with the case. So when you put it into first gear, and first gear is right here, it would then, from what I could tell, would spin the bearing, and you can see a little bit of scoring on the bearing. So not that bad. It definitely was not as bad as I thought it would be. So upon trying to get that out of there, it was very difficult. This one comes right out because it sticks up, but because it was flush with the case, it would not come out of there. I tried a heavy magnet because this is aluminum. I tried drilling it. These pins are like polished. I'm not sure what they are, but I could not even get it to, I couldn't hit it hard enough with a pin to actually put anything into it to start drilling. So what I had to do, and upon trying to actually try to hit it to release it, it did crack this piece down in here. So I had noticed the crack. I thought, you know what, I'm either going to be into a new case anyways, or I'm going to try to get that out of there so that I can drill. So I had to take the kickstart mechanism off, which is this hole right here, to get at this. So this morning I was able to get a drill into that and drill in until I hit the passageway for that pin. And of course, upon doing that, it broke the whole bottom end off this kind of nipple here, and which isn't too big of a deal because this isn't anything to do with oil. There's no oil going up there. It's just there to house that pin. So it occurred to me that I could probably do something with this myself, and so JB Weld will go on the bottom of that, and that'll just fill that in and be fine. Again, there's no oil going up there. So I was in this morning to Connection Warehouse, which is a kind of a discount place, and they've got a bunch of tools, and they had this complete box of these pins, and I got looking at them and I thought, you know what, I couldn't open the package, but there were so many in here, I thought, you know, something's gonna work. So I took a look at one first, which was these ones here. These ones just a little bit too big. They would not fit. I couldn't compress them enough to get them in. I figured if I could compress it, then it would be a really nice fit and would hold there, but really it doesn't need much of a hold. So finally I noticed that these ones over here, which are smaller than the actual pin, which is right here, and I took a nice big screwdriver and I drove that down through the center of this and expanded it, and then test fit it in the hole, and it fit pretty snug. So at that point I took a little bit of heat, just the propane torch, and heated it up so that it would retain its shape, and left it there to cool and do its thing. Upon removing it, it fit perfectly in this hole. So now I had to get it the right height up. I had to know how much I could put in this actual hole here, which is not very much. There's not a whole lot, maybe a 1/16 of an inch or an 1/8 of an inch, not too much there. So I need to know how much there was. I kind of took a guess on it and I got it absolutely correct. So once I got this to the size I wanted for the diameter, I then needed to cut it to length. So I left it with the screwdriver in it, and of course, so I didn't just bend it back to where it was before, and put it in the vise. Don't comment on my little itty bitty vise, it works well. And then just cut it off to fit, ground it down a little bit, and I put it in. So there's the new pin, and you'll see that it does stick up, and it sticks up enough to catch on here, and we'll just go ahead here and I'll put you down and be back. Okay, so now I've taken it and put it in there, and you'll notice now this does not spin this. So everything's in there perfectly, and I just need to get everything put back together. So I've got a little bit of a job ahead of me, but I'm really looking forward to it. This old girl, which I've sat outside right now, is pretty interesting. It's got a big old front wheel on it, and I don't know if I'll either keep it just for a beater bike or if I will sell it. I'm kind of into selling right now, so we'll see about that. So just wanted to show you that, and yeah, that really didn't cost me a thing, so I'm happy about that. I just didn't want to go to Honda and ask them for this and get one in and have it be the same size, because that would have been another couple days wasted. And I knew I could do something and get it correct. So this is the end result. Now for some JB Weld, and we can then stick it all back together again and hopefully have a video of it running. Bye for now.